And this is a very nice keyboard to type on. You're considering that this is a narrow keyboard, slim line keyboard. It does have nice key travel. It does have a nice click. Now, there's also this thing where I keep accidentally pressing the trackpad on here. And I think there's something about keyboards at this size where you sort of get these accidental presses, and if the mouse is in a place, it's quite annoying. Why haven't they worked that out? Why haven't these people who design these things, why haven't they worked that out? Why isn't it the case that if I'm typing that there's a kind of momentary, because it's going to take me I don't know, a third of a second or something to lift my hand off and start moving this thing. Hence why, people like the track point is because they don't have to lift the things off. And the buttons are up here because then they can press the buttons with their thumbs as well. So although this is a ThinkPad inspired, meaning the key shape is kind of similar to ThinkPad, they haven't gone for the full kind of red dot that you'd expect there and where the buttons are. And I just think as well, the problem is that you can tap this keyboard and make it click with a very low activation pressure. And I wonder if that's the answer. So why not just make it so that when you're typing, you have to click to make it do something? Really, because you've got this kind of clicky end to it, and you can tap everywhere to make it click. You want it to be able to tap and click, sure, but when you're typing, just give it that half a second before you reactivate that tap, and then you wouldn't get those accidental presses. It does have that problem, but it also has a quickly disable the pointer. So you can just do like this if you're getting annoyed, you're typing for long sessions, and start using your keyboard shortcuts as well. But also the predictive text is quite nice as well. I don't know whether this is a Lenovo innovation or it's a Google one. Because if I've got the prediction, start typing. Yeah, Alt, sorry. So now I don't know if you can see that, but there's a 1, a 2, and a 3 when I start typing. So hold down Alt, and it brings up a 1, 2, and 3, so I can press 2. So now I can just text. Now, you'd obviously have to get used to doing that. Why not have, some of the function row assigned to that as well? Because actually that could be quite good. That could be quite nice for you when you're typing as well. Again, somebody mentioned muscle memory, and it's about using something for that long time and getting used to those features. So one thing I don't like about the keyboard case is it's made the whole thing so much heavier now. From being a really nice and slim thing, it's now quite heavy, too heavy. And that, I think, is a bit of a disappointment. I kind of wondered whether I could get away with a different kind of back, or I suppose you could have no back at all. But then you'd be losing the pen everywhere. You couldn't use the keyboard bottom without the back because you need the kickstand. You could maybe look for a different kickstand, but it'd have to be able to fit with the magnets on the bottom so you get the pogo pins. The materials are okay, but it's £130 this keyboard case cost. And it's making an absolute chunk. It could be so much thinner and more desirable than this. You've gone from something which is a really nice premium feeling product at a good price to it now feeling a bit of a kind of cheap, chunky thing. It's nice the keyboard detaches it, so that's why that's nice. You can put it around the back, so you can hold it like this. I don't know whether you're going to get accidental kind of presses. I think it's actually ignored itself when it's behind there, which is quite nice. And how it manages that, it has the magnets maybe. So that is good that it kind of ignores itself when it's behind there. But you can just take it off. If you need to carry it around, you can just rip that off and you can carry it around in two hands because it's so heavy. At least you can carry it around and not have the keys on the back, which is one thing which is lovely about the way that the Remarkable does it, of course. The thing is you can't then use Bluetooth. Now some keyboard cases, when they detach, you can use Bluetooth. That's really nice. You can't do that on here because there's no battery in here. That would have made it heavier. It would have done, but this is heavy even compared to some actual Bluetooth keyboards that I've used in the past. Talked about the normal split screen modes, but Word doesn't support it, so there's even a shortcut for split screen there, and a shortcut for full screen as well. So we go into one that maybe does support split screen. You've got a shortcut for full screen. You've got go into split screen. You know, you've got lots of options, nice hotkeys for all of them as well. And then I've talked about the Freestyle app and it not being very good, and how they could have just made it a Miracast like every other Android machine, but they chose not to, and that's annoying. Then it's a kind of cool idea, but why do we need Lenovo's bit of kind of half-baked software that doesn't really work very well? That was a sort of frustrating 20-minute setup, and then it didn't work in the end either. And it's one of those times when it just, you know, use it. If a software solution already exists, Lenovo, then use that. Partner with them if you have to. It should work seamlessly. Just help out the third-party developers and kind of promote their stuff as well. I really like it. I really do like it. Honestly, I am really enjoying using this so far. And I'm going to see how it goes. New Surface Pros work with a new Flex keyboard that works detached to £450 for a Flex keyboard. So $130. It's £130 I've paid for this. I don't know what it is in dollars. Probably is pretty similar. Yeah, not that bad. But yeah, $450 for a keyboard, eh? And yeah, the Apple Magic Keyboard is like $300 and above. So I know it's not that bad, but the books I think was like 60 quid for the keyboard. I mean, the Remarkable one, which is a lovely keyboard, lovely design of that, is like 180 or something. So very expensive as well. But yeah, that's stupendous, that new Microsoft Surface one.